My cucumber plants this year have done the best ever. Give me a really big harvest of cucumbers. So I want to save the seeds from them. So I'm going to show you how I'm doing that this year. I had a cucumber that escaped detection from me. There we go. And as you can see, it's pretty big. And it's turning yellow. But it's not ready just yet to be harvested for seeds. You want the cucumber to get to a bright yellow orangey color. So that one's not ready yet to be picked. But I got two more. This one is much closer to what we're looking for when we're gonna harvest a cucumber for seeds. You can see it's got the bright yellow color and starting to turn orangey. But even that's not ready just yet. This here though is ready. It's been on the vine for a few weeks now, and it's been getting yellower, orangier, deeper in color. And this is what you want. It's starting, not really soft, but it's starting to get a little soft now. And this, I think, is perfect for harvesting for seed saving purposes. So I'm just gonna pluck this one off the vine, if I can, with one hand. There we go. All of these cucumbers that I'm saving for seeds were hidden from view from me, because these leaves get really big, and they do. Oh, and here's another one. This one though, I want to pick to make pickles. But these plants have been the most prolific that I've had in growing cucumbers. So I'm going to save this one for seed, that one for eating, and let's go save some seeds. So we have the cucumber here, and the inclination is to cut it right down the middle. But I saw on Gary Pilarchik's channel, he recommends cutting towards the top, and that way you don't cut that many seeds, and then you can just scoop out the seeds inside. So I got a tray just to work in when I cut this open, and I got a bowl to put the seeds and gunk from inside into, and then I've also got a strainer to wash off the seeds. So I'm going to cut through the upper third of the cucumber. But you can see we actually haven't cut any seeds by cutting off the top. And then we can just take our fingers and go in here and start scooping out the seeds and trying not to wear too many. So with cucumbers, it's just like saving tomato seeds. You ferment them because they are in a protective gel, which is to protect them from fermenting inside the cucumber itself. Yeah, I think I got enough seeds. Like I said, this is more seeds than I could ever hope. But as you can see, the seeds all are sitting in this gel inside the cucumber, and that you need to get rid of via the fermenting process. So now I'm just going to pour these seeds into this container, get as much of the juice out of them as I can, and then I'm going to run them under water. And I'm just trying to get as much of the pulp and whatever out from the around the seeds. So that should be good enough. Nothing special here, but got all my seeds here. I'm going to pop them into a jar. So I have an old jelly jar that I've saved, and I'm just going to take the seeds and push them into the jar. So we've got our jar of seeds. Now I'm just going to fill it up with some water, and you can cover it with a coffee filter or something like that. I'm just going to take the lid and leave it slightly ajar, put it to the side for a couple of days, and then we'll be back. So I've got the water in the jar, and as you can see, there's a lot of seeds floating on top. Over time they'll sink to the bottom, and then they'll ferment. Anything that's not a viable seed will float to the top, and then you pour those off. And the ones that are left at the bottom are your viable seeds. They should be good to save. So as I said, we'll be back in a couple of days and see how this is going. So it's 3 days later, and as you can see, we got a whole bunch of seeds down here at the bottom, and then there's a bunch up here. Well, most of these up here were actually floating on top, along with a whole bunch of foam, but in moving the jar around, everything kind of sloshed around in there, but that's okay. What that shows is that the seeds have done their fermenting job to get rid of that coating on the seed, and so now we'll come to the next step. So I have a second jar, and this is why it's not a problem if those seeds sunk after floating. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this jar of seeds and gunk and just pour it into this larger one. But then I'm going to fill this jar up and swish them all around and let it settle once again. So I filled this second jar up, and now I'm just going to swish around. You don't need a lid, but I just don't want it splashing all over the place. So now I'm just going to, like that. So, and now we're just going to let them settle. And then once they settle again, you'll get the seeds that float to the top. And then we can start separating our seeds. So it's set for a little while. You can see there's some seeds floating on top. Most are sitting on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is pour off most of this water along with any of the seeds that are floating, but we'll keep those seeds down there. Losing those seeds is not a problem, since those are probably not viable seeds anyway. So we'll just keep going until we get down towards the end where the seeds that were on the bottom reside. And now what we're going to do is fill this up again. We'll let it settle one more time, do it again, and then we'll do it a third time, and that should be sufficient. So I'm pouring it off one more time. And now I'm doing it again, and you can see the water is a lot clearer. You could do it a couple more times if you want to try and get the water really clear, but that's not going to be necessary. So we'll just let this sit one more time, and then we'll pull it through a strainer. So the water's a lot clearer now. Everything's settled. You might not have 100% viability with these seeds, so you could always just test them. Do like 10 seeds or whatever, see what kind of germination you get, but you should get pretty good germination with them. So they say. So the last step is just to take a sieve and pour the seeds into it. And now we're going to dry them out. Dry out the seeds. I'm just going to dump them out onto a paper plate. You can use a paper towel, but I find the seeds stick to paper towels way too much. It's easier getting them off a paper plate. So these we'll let dry for a couple of days. Make sure they're completely dry. Every so often I'll come along and mix them up, and then I'll put them into an envelope once they're dry, label them, and put them away to plant next year. Yeah, there's actually a lot of seeds. filled up that envelope about halfway. Maybe a slightly bigger envelope would have been best for that one, but this will still work. And I put it in my little container, my little storage box, and they'll be ready for next year. But if you want to see what we're doing in the garden last week, check out this video right here, and then subscribe and hit that notification bell. And that way you can follow along on the progress on all of our vegetables as we try to grow a supermarket in our own backyard. Okay, thanks for watching.